select for update DSTK, where DSTK dot for update TK table name, where STK dot D stock ID equal to 1005. I'm giving like this. So I want to update the data 1005. Okay, what I want to update is, I want to update the quantity to 15. Right now I have 5. I want to update it to 15 or some other number. I will update it to some 12 or 13. Okay, so here DSTK dot D stock quantity equal to, I'm giving it as 12. DSTK dot update. Okay, I'm selecting the data. I'm selecting the data here. I'm updating the data here and updating through the update method. Okay, selecting the data, giving the new value and updating. Okay, right now what do we have here? $1005, we got the quantity as 5. Okay, now here I am giving info data updated. Okay, I am saying, so I got error. The update must be performed inside a transaction. I got an error saying that update must be performed inside a transaction. That means whenever you make use of this for update, you have to use TTS begin and TTS commit. Do you know what is this begin and commit? You are .NET programmers. What is this begin and commit? We have TTS begin and TTS commit. I think this type of transaction you might have seen in the .NET also.
Yeah, begin it will start, first start the insert the data. Okay, once we complete the inserting, if you want to store data into database, we will commit using by commit statement.
Yeah, the thing is, when you want to update a transaction, when you want to commit a transaction, you will start with the begin and you will end with the commit. What is the use of doing such things? Why do they use the begin and commit generally?
Okay, if you will not commit the data, okay, it will store temporarily. Okay, it will not be committed to database.
No, wrong. It's wrong. What is the need of the begin and commit? Why do we use the begin and commit generally in the .NET?
If there is an exception, you can roll back.
Yes. If there is an exception, we can roll back. That is one of the reason. Okay. But why do we get the exception?
Any database related exception like a primary key violation or foreign key violation or anything which was unanticipated?
No. The thing is, say suppose if you are working on some application, whatever you said is partially it's correct. Okay, say suppose you are working on some banking application, okay, and you are entering the data. Okay, once you save the data will be stored in the multiple tables. Okay, the data will be stored in the multiple tables. Say suppose we have the table names like this. Account details, transaction details, master details. Just a minute. Okay, Srinivas Rajesh. So here suppose we have a bank transaction and we are entering the details. Here suppose if we are, while entering the details, you'll enter the data in the multiple tables. Say, hello, Rajesh Srinivas.
Yes, one we are in. Yes, one.
So while entering the data into the multiple tables, suppose the data is entered here. It is correct. Okay, and data entered here. This is also correct. And while inserting the data here, suppose if we have some error while entering the data into the master details, so whatever the data that has been entered in the previous two tables, that will be rolled back. Okay, that means the data should not be inserted with the same account number in the other tables. So to avoid that confusion, they will make use of this commit and rollback transactions. Okay, so the same process they follow here while they doing the update for this update statement. Okay, TTS begin and TTS commit. And suppose if you want to abort the transaction, we have a command called TTS abort. Okay, this is for aborting. TTS means transaction tracking system begin, and TTS commit means transaction tracking system commit. Okay, so in this way the data can be updated. Okay, now right now we have the 5, we are updating it to 12. Okay, click updated. Now if you see the data here in the form, it will be updated from 5 to 12. Okay, so here we have seen the inserting the data, and this is for updating the data. Okay, in the same way, suppose you want to delete the data, we have a statement called delete from. Delete from, just it. Delete from DSTK, where DSTK dot tstock ID equal to 1005. Info data deleted. Okay, I'm giving like this. Nothing, we don't have the command like dstk.delete or anything. Just to give the statement like this, the data will be deleted. Now I'm executing this here. Data deleted. You see the data in the this stock 1005 got deleted permanently. So this is retrieving the data, inserting the data, updating the data, and deleting the data in one particular way. Okay. Now here I have shown you this insert. Again I will go to this insert. This insert is nothing but this is a override method in the table level. In the table level, this is a override method. Okay, so here this is our table, right? DSTK is our table. In the table, you'll be having, if you click on the methods, right click, override method, you'll have an insert method. So when I say DSTK.insert means this will be called there. Okay, this will be called there. If I call this, that method will be called. If you want, I can show that. See here, I am removing this, and what I will do is I will place this one in that override method. I will place it here. So when I call this method, the data will be inserted and the info box in this method will be executed. Here I don't have the info method, right? I have the info method in the insert method. Okay, so I will execute this again. See, I got the data inserted. Here I don't have this. Where I have this? I have this in the insert method. From here it got executed. So when we are calling this method, whatever the statements that are available in this method gets executed. Okay, that means if you while inserting, suppose if you want to delete some data, you can write those delete statements here. While inserting, suppose you want to validate some data, you can validate those validation statements here in this override method. Okay, but we have one more method called doInsert. This is one of the way for inserting the data. Okay, this is one of the way for inserting the data. Here I am changing the data 1006 and giving. I'm giving this data. Okay. So using the do insert also we can insert the data. Okay. Now I'll execute this do insert. I'll click here. Previously when I clicked on the go button, when I execute these statements, I got the data inserted button. I got the data inserted info box. From where I got from this insert method. I got this info box. But now if I execute this program, I will not get the info box. I executed, but I did not get the info box. But the data will be inserted. If you see the data will be inserted. See 1006 Micromax 2. Data got inserted. For this do insert, this method will not be called. Okay. For this do insert, that method will not be called. This is a framework level method and insert is a table level method. Okay. That means this will insert the data without checking anything. Forcibly the data will be inserted. And when we use the dot insert means it will execute the statements that are available in that override method. Okay, it will execute all the statements that are available in this override method when we call this insert method. But when we call this do insert, nothing will be done, only the data will be inserted into the database. Okay, nothing will be done. This is forcibly inserting the data into the database. Are you getting me, Rajesh, Srinivas?
Yes, Bani. In that case, okay, whatever we written in method, override method, it will not execute, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be executed. Whatever we write in the insert override method, that gets executed when we call the insert over here.
Yeah.
Suppose if we call the do insert, whatever is there here will not be executed. This will not be called.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the difference between the insert and do insert. This is one of the interview question. What is the difference between the insert and do insert? Okay. The do insert will forcibly insert the data without checking for any validations or not executing any statements. Okay. This is one of the way for inserting the data. In the same way, we have the update also. The same way we have the update. Okay. Say here dot do update. Okay. Here 1006 I got value of 2. I am updating into 9. For this also we got, for update also in the methods will be, you can see the update override method. See here, it's update override method. So when we call the update override method, the statements that are there in the update override method gets executed. But when we call this do update, this gets executed without executing any other statements. Forcefully the data will be updated. Okay. Using the do update also you can update the data. Here I am executing this. Data updated. 1006 will be updated from 2 to 9. Okay. Do update and do insert. Okay. You got two types of statements. Is this clear, Rajesh, Srinivas Reddy?
Yes, Bani, it's clear. Yeah, Bani, it's clear.
Okay. So what we'll do is I'll create one more table with a structure of the same D stock. one more table. Okay, so I mean duplicate table just like a dstock. So what I will do is right click here and say duplicate. Right click and duplicate. Okay, copy of DSTK. I got the table. With the same structure, I will not get the data. I will not get the data. Only the skeleton will be there. Okay. Now I want to copy the multiple rows. I want to copy this data. I want to copy the entire data into this table. Okay. So what can I do is I have one way of inserting this. That is, here we will take this buffer for the copy of DSTK also. Copy of dstock CPY DSTK. Okay. Insert underscore record set. Okay. Where I want to insert is I want to insert into the CPY DSTK. Insert underscore record set CPY DSTK. Fields. The fields are I am giving Control C, Control V, comma, Control C, Control V, comma, Control C, comma, Control C, Control V. Insert underscore record set, destination table, fields, and here select all the fields from DSTK. This is a source. Okay. Insert underscore record, this is syntax. Insert underscore record set, destination table, fields, select fields from source. Okay. When you are executing this insert underscore record set, okay, this insert will be called. This insert will be called. Okay, you see, I'll execute this method. Okay, so what happens is the data from the DSTK will be copied into the CPY DSTK. Okay.
One, it will copy always, like, see, I didn't, this one I inserted one time, okay. After that, I inserted, after some time, okay, I inserted some data in source file, source table, okay. It will insert automatically into target table also?
Yes. Okay, now I am inserting the data. See, I got the data insert. Here nowhere we got this info. Did we get any, can you see the info anywhere here in this code? Data inserted code. Data inserted. Nowhere we got this info. Okay, but from where it is executing? It is executing from the method, this method. Insert method. So when we make use of the insert underscore record set, the insert override method will be called automatically. Okay. So if you see this copy of dstock table, the data got inserted here. Okay. insert underscore record set. So this is one of the way for inserting the data, the bulk data. Okay, and suppose you want to update the data using update underscore record set. Okay, you can make use of the update underscore record set also. So here I am updating update underscore record set DSTK setting the stock quantity equal to 30, where DSTK dot stock ID equal to 1006. Info data updated. Okay, right now we got the 1006 of quantity 9. I'm updating it to 30. See, I got updated here 30. Okay, using this DSTK, I mean update underscore record set. This is a syntax. Update underscore record set, the destination table buffer setting the field name equal to the value where condition and comment. Okay, so this is a syntax for updating the data using the update underscore record set. We have only two. One is the insert underscore record set and update underscore record set. We don't have the delete underscore record set. Okay. So this is how we update the data, insert the data and delete the data in the database. Okay. Any questions here from you?
No, but we are good till now.
Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow with the other topics. Okay. Srinivas Reddy.
Yeah. Rajesh.
You got the software in your machine?
Yes, Manu, I got.
Okay. You practice all these topics, and if you have any doubts, we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you.